Namaste. Khusro Betia. I, Xavier Varsha Singh from Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Department of Science and Technology, Faculty of Education and Methodology. In this session, we will learn how to solve the disk scheduling algorithm. As we have discussed in earlier session, what is disk scheduling and what is the disk scheduling algorithm, right? So let us start with the first algorithm of first come and first serve scheduling algorithm, and we have a problem to solve this problem with the first come and first serve scheduling algorithm, right? So here we have a request queue from 0 to 199, and we have some track number which is given, and our head pointer where read and write you can say that armature pointed out the 53 location, right? So see how to solve by the first come first serve algorithm this problem. Okay, so in first come and first serve algorithm, as name suggests, which problems comes first that will be solved first. Okay, so in this queue we have 98 which is come first, and then 183. Okay, so here is our read and write pointer at 53. So in this queue we have 98. Okay, first of all I would like to tell you we have the request queue is 0 to 199. So we can draw 0 to 199 if you want to draw one by one, and if you want to give only the number which is given where your track number is, so then you can definitely you can do this. So our read write pointer is at 53, then 98 is coming first, so our pointer goes to the 98. After that 183, then 37 and 122 and 14, 124 and 65 and 67, right? So this is the process to resolve how to move our armature and read write pointer, but we have to solve how much time it will take and what is the throughput of this magnetic disk. Okay, so total head movement of this cylinder is 640. How you can calculate this? You have to calculate their differences, like you have to calculate the difference between 98 in minus 53, and then you can calculate the differences between 183 minus 98. After that 183 minus 37, after that 122 minus 37, 122 minus 14, and 124 minus 14, and 124 minus 65, and then you have to find out the difference between the 67 to the 65, right? And then sum up these all the number, then we will get the value 640. Okay, so let's start with the shortest seek time first. It's all also an algorithm to resolve this kind of cylindrical problem. Okay, so we have same problem, but the method to resolve this problem with the SSTF is different. In SSTF, the name suggests seek shortest time first. That means we have to seek shortest time, and that means where our read write pointer is pointed, then how it goes quickly on different track. Okay, so we have to find the shortest seek time. So you can see that if our read write pointer is at 53, then we can go from the 53 to 65 quickly. Okay, after that 67, after that we can go from the 67 to the 37, 37 to the 14, and after that we can go from the 14 to the 98 easily, and then 98 to 128 and 124, and after that 124 to the 183. Okay, no, we don't have 183 value. Okay, right, 183 value. So we will go to the 183 finally. Okay, then we have nothing to do. We can do as usual. We have to differentiate with each other and calculate them, and then we can finally got the value what they exactly some of these differences. Okay, so this is the process to find out the shortest time first. You have to practice one or more question, then we can easily understand how what is happening here. Okay, now we have a scan scheduling algorithm. Sometimes it is also called elevator algorithm. I will show you how it is called the elevator algorithm, because in a scan algorithm we have to move in one direction first and then cover all the values which has given in our problem, and then goes to the another direction, because the disk arm start at one end of the disk and move towards the other end, servicing request until it gets to the other end of the disk, where the head movement is reversed and servicing continues. Sometimes called the elevator algorithm. So how it movement of this in this only 208 cylinders. See how it will do the work. Okay, in if our read write pointer is at 53, then we have to move in okay, in the question it will given to you which side you have to go first. So in this problem we will go to the lower side. So at 53 your read write pointer is placed, and after that you can go 37, 14, and then you have to go end of the cylinder. Okay, so we have to go to the at 0 value. After that we have the 65 value, so we will go from 0 to 65, 65 to 67, and as per the given value. We don't need to go to the last value, that is 199. We have only cover, I mean to say, your read write pointer is started from the lower side, then it have to go to the last of end of the cylinder. But if it will started from the higher side, that means from from your uh, 53 to 65 and 67 so on, then it have to go to the last end, that is 199, and this side it will goes only to the value of 14. It doesn't need to go to the 0. Okay, so this is the big difference in scan, and you have to study about the CS scan also. So I want to clear this, don't confuse. You have to only see one or two times this problem, and then you can easily understand what is happening. Okay, so see what is it? what is going on the CA scan. Okay, so it provides a more uniform wait time than a scan. The head moves from one end of the disk to the other, servicing request as it goes. When it reaches the other end, however, it immediately returns to the beginning of the disk without servicing any request on the return trip. Treats the cylinders as a circular list that wrap around from the last cylinder to the first one, right? So here is a CA scan. In CA scan, it goes from 53 to 65 and 65 to the 67. That means it goes to the higher side, which is a 199, your last end. So it goes from at the last 199 and then it directly goes to the 0, and then it will recover the remaining values like 14 and 37, and then we have to differentiate with each other. So in this problem we can easily find out the result of how much movement of this cylinder. You have to differentiate between 199 to the 199 minus 53 and 199 minus 0 to plus 50, after that 37 to 0, then calculate the value, we will get the answer. Okay, see, you have to differentiate 199 minus 53 plus 199 minus 0, and after that you have to add the value 30 37 minus 0. Okay, and then you have to calculate the exactly what is the answer. So in the next session we will understand about the CLOOK and LOOK scheduling algorithm. Okay, so this is all about this session. I hope we will try to understand this topic. But if you have any query regarding this session, please comment below. I will try to cover in next session, and I will give the description. I will give some links in description box. Please go through that link. This digital version 2.0 is provided by Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Thank you.